I got you, people. So we're back. Now, I don't know how many Europeans want to go to war and how many color folks want to go to war. Because I come to realize that the European has no problems with starting wars and bombing and sending military equipment to their allies, right? And who cares, right? As long as they're killing each other, it's all right. But leave the colored people alone, because we're not doing anything for you anymore. For a country that doesn't put its people first, right? How is it that a country supports another country that they put there overseas in the Middle East and contributes more money to them and support his own people, right? They support the Israelis more than they do to these people here in the Western Hemisphere, right? Not only in the Americas, but in Europe. So why should the people pick up arms and fight for a country that's not doing nothing for them, right? They'd rather pay a foreign bill, medical bills, crisis and all that. But when the Americans here have a medical bill or crisis, they got to find out or contact other family members to pay that bill. But when it comes to foreign affairs, right, the United States always come up with billions of dollars to get to another country. And that's why people are upset and people are not going to fight these wars anymore. Now, I don't know about your white folks, but as you know by now, you've been lied to since you detached yourself from Great Britain, right? You've been fighting wars for Great Britain for years, and most of you got rich off of it, right? Taking property from the indigenous people and the inhabitants of these people. You all got rich, and your children's grandchildren's got rich over it because it continued going on. And colored people are just not having it anymore. We're not going to fight these wars, especially people that die here, especially also in the 1812 when the American and Britain Revolution broke out, because Great Britain wanted the New World, the Americas, to pay taxes to the Queen and King. And they wasn't going for that, so that's how another war broke out between the British and the so-called Americans that they defected, right? Or detached themselves from the Queen and King from Great Britain, and they didn't want to pay tax. But still, we're still paying taxes to foreign nations and things like that. And that's the only thing that Donald Trump is probably doing right, that we don't want to pay no more money to other countries that are not doing anything for us. And I don't know where the money's going to, because it sure ain't coming to me or anybody else. So I don't think anybody should get involved in these wars anymore. And you want to be a patriot and die and decimate your own population, is all right, because right now the European countries' population is declining, and it's declining rapidly. Imagine if you go to a war and you got to put ground troops, thousands of lives are going to be lost. And it's like, for blacks, I don't think they want to go to war anymore, because it's not their fight. I know Puerto Ricans ain't down with that either. We don't want to go to war no more. We already proved ourselves. We went through World War I, World War II, the Korean War, Vietnam, all your wars. Puerto Ricans were there, and I don't think we're going to keep on giving our lives for a country that doesn't care just because you're a different race or different colors and things like that. So we're not in this fight either. So whatever Europe does and whatever America does with its people, go right ahead and ship your people out and bring them back in the body bags or cardboard boxes, whatever you got. There's what is it? Amazon Prime. You could ship them back in 2 days or less. It's a joke. Don't take it seriously, but they're still gonna come back in a body bag or something. But anyway, so that's what it is, people. Nobody's willing anymore to fight for a country that's not doing nothing for its people, because our government has more interest in other people and other races than its own, right? The people of America is not important anymore, right? Our problems are not being met like foreign countries' problems are met, right? They could collect billions of dollars and support these people with war, with medicine, because they're gonna get hurt, right? So they need medical supplies and things like this, water and things like that. But the people here in the Americas are starving. They need the same thing. We can't get that. It's always a problem that they don't have no money, things like that. So what I'm saying is that the European countries are declining in population. And with that said, people, your white folks better think about that. Your government's been stabbing you in the back since the beginning of time, using you as a guinea pig. They start the wars and you gotta die for it. You come back and there's nothing left for you, because all these European nations in America is getting migrated by all kinds of people all over the world, and you being overrun. And your population is declining while others are getting up there, you know? Like, Europeans don't want to have no more kids. They don't want to be into marriage because all there's corruption in marriage. You know, these women are interested just in your finance and your assets, and you don't get nothing out of it. So that's why America now and the European countries are in a world of, you know, mosquito shit, if I can say that. And with that, people, I let you go when you think about that.